Alright, so in this one, basically just gonna be giving you some tricks, 7 beginner tricks on how to get to Unreal in Rocket Racing. As you can see, I'm not in Unreal, but I'm getting there. But I got quite a few tricks to share with some people who are trying to get there, and yeah, might as well give you guys some advice. So let's get into the first one. Okay, so tip number 1 will basically be as saving your turbos. Why do you want to save your turbos? Is because in the long run it's going to help you out so much. It may not seem like it's going to help you, but if you're trying to climb up the ranks, that's what most people do. Everyone's going to be saving up their turbos, and you're just going to be behind. Let's say if you just use a turbo over here, which is completely fine, but when you get your turbo, don't immediately use it. Like, the best time to use a turbo is when you're on a straight line. Like, don't be like a fool here and just use like this. Don't do that. Like on a straight line over here, this is where I would recommend doing it. Because on a straight line you will start to lose speed, which will be the best time to actually use your turbo. So yeah, that's one thing you guys have to keep doing and have to keep in mind, is to keep your turbo saved, especially for the last round. You always want to stay above 1 turbo no matter what round you're on, because when you get to the final lap you're gonna want to have at least 1 or 2 turbos. Usually 2 is like the best spot to be in, but 1 is like the average amount. Otherwise you're just gonna absolutely fail the race. And yeah, as you can see, I'm holding these 2 turbos here. I'm holding the drift also. Use 1 because we're on a straight line. Now I am going to save this turbo. Not going to use it now. I also remember when Rocket Racing first came out on how I used to just use turbos no matter what. And then I started realizing on saving it is a way better option. Okay, as you can see, we're holding the boost, and because we got this turbo saved up, and we just fly through just like so. Alright. That will be the first tip. On to the next one. Okay, tip number 2 is drifting. You always want to be drifting no matter what. Whether you're on a straight line or not, drifting is going to be the key fundamental to building up your turbos. And not only that, drifting will also build up a good amount of speed once you release the drift. No matter where you are, no matter what road you're on, you have to be drifting. As you can see, do not drift like that though, or the drift will be lost. You must just hold it when it's a long drift. Now watch here. We're going to go up this big wide ramp, and we're just going to hold this drift. We're going to hold it and hold it. Just like so, we got a massive drift. And as you can see, you just got to keep drifting. Don't stop drifting no matter what. And referring to tip number 1, as you can see, we're on all 3 turbos, so we got a really good start. I know this is private games, but if this was a public game, I would be literally demolishing this whole lobby. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is that if you consistently drift, not only are you going to gain speed, but you're going to gain the turbo. And gaining the turbo is going to help you in the long run, as I said, because you're going to be charging up that turbo, and then you're going to be free to use it for the final round. It's going to come in clutch. As you can see, straight line, use our turbo and start drifting. No matter where you are, apart from like if you're airborne, and that's obviously, you don't want to stop drifting. As you can see, these are novice tracks. I might bump it up to expert tracks after this, just to give you guys a proper, a proper representation, whatever it's called, of expert tracks and how to get better at those and how to use stuff in there. But yeah, just keep drifting. It's gonna help you out in the long run. It's gonna help you out during the race. It can help you get out of the pack also, because you can really get stuck in the pack. You can't lie, and you don't want that to happen. So drifting is the key. Alright, on to the next tip. Okay, now this tip is being airborne. Now being airborne can be very important most of the times. Reasoning is because, let's say you're on maps like Olympus, where you need to basically be airborne in certain areas. Now, there is a way to stay airborne. I don't know the key bounds for it. No one has actually ever told me, but there's a way to actually like hover in the air, and when you're hovering in the air you can go forward, but you won't use any of the, what is that meter there, that thruster meter, I don't know what it's called, but yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is that you'll stay in the air, you'll go forward, but you won't use like any of the thruster percentage. So basically you could just like glide ahead. But yeah, in maps like Olympus and that, being airborne is very important, so it would be very good to actually go over and practice being airborne. It's also a good thing to use, and like also like just in general maps, like if you're trying to get away from the pack and you're trying to get over them, do not do what I did there. You could just jump right over them because they could block you and that, you know. Don't know what I'm doing here exactly, I'm just going with the flow. But yeah, basically just using airborne, you can use it to your advantage in many ways. If you're in a crowded area, you could just basically you could just jump over everyone and probably use a turbo just to escape from them, or you can use airborne like this to completely cut the race and just jump ahead of everyone, which will be very crucial in the higher ranks. I've been doing that recently and it's been helping out a lot. This is lap 2 out of 3. Alright, and then everybody pretty much jumps here and uses one of their turbos. Pretty common thing in Olympus. But if I do figure out the key bounds, I will make another video explaining the keyboard's actually aerial pitch. That's what it's called. It's called aerial pitch in the sky. Aerial pitch is basically when you start to hover in the sky. Okay, flip up. You see? That's gonna be very helpful in this map. Of course, don't miss these barriers like I am. I'm not trying to go for a perfect run, I'm just basically explaining. Airborne can help you a lot, and I mean a lot. After I learn it, especially when you learn how to do these barrel rolls and type of things, it can become really helpful. Like you check, barrel roll to the left. Once you figure out how to do those, going airborne is gonna be like the best thing you could ever know. Over here through that checkpoint, and then just jump up here, hold it, burst, like so. Alright, just go over here. If you don't know how to activate aerial pitch, I would recommend pressing the thruster button. I don't know what it is on controller, or the shoot button, whatever it is on controllers. But for keyboard and mouse, just press the shoot button and just press it slightly but fastly, just to keep yourself up. Alright, on to the next tip. Alright, in this one I will be covering 2 tips. Basically, the one tip is chain drifting. I believe that's what it's called. I will show you what that is in a second. So basically, chain drifting is when you do a drift and you combine that with another drift in the opposite direction, as I did right there. Let me just get into a straight road until I show you. It works best on straight roads. So when you don't have a turbo, chain drifting is the best thing you can do. As you can see, left, right. Obviously don't do it like this, you're not going to get that much speed. I'm just basically trying to show you. The best maps I find to use chain drifting on is Riviera, I now know how to say it, and Tilted Turnpike. Tilted Turnpike. Never. I just died. Tilted Turnpike. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Those are the best maps to use chain drifting on. Not only has this helped me out so much, it's basically like hitting a whole speed pad, like on its own. It's so useful. You don't even. What am I doing? It's so useful. You don't even realize. Like it actually helps you so much in a race, because if you're far behind and you're on a straight line and you're able to chain drift, go for it, because not only is that gonna give you a massive boost, you're literally gonna fly through everyone and they're not gonna expect it. It's super easy to do and it takes like literally no effort. Okay, now watch here. I'm gonna do it right over here. I'm gonna show you, because usually this is the best place to do on Riviera. Just chain drift, chain drift, chain drift, and then go. You get so much speed just by doing that. It's actually crazy. So make sure to keep chain drifting every single match when you get the opportunity. If you're on a straight line, go for it. Nothing's gonna stop you. It's so useful. I've recently learned today on how to do it today, and I've been placing so high in the ranks. It's not even a joke. I'm only 46%, but it's fine. And basically the second tip is to take the most optimal routes in every race. Go over speed runs. Go look at the people, like go watch live streams on Twitch on how people do their runs. Go see the top 100 Unreal ranked players. Go see what they do and then just copy them. As you can see, I don't ever take this route in ranked, but as you see, I'm practicing it. I'm trying to take the most optimal route, and this can save you a lot of time, because what I've noticed is, especially in Riviera, that people like to take the part over here by these houses, which I never really took just because I was skeptical, but now I take it literally every single time. No hesitations. It's literally the best route you could take, and then combining that with the chain drift is absolutely crazy. Riviera, you can get so good on this map if you combine these two mechanics. The only problem is that you just really mustn't pray to get knocked by any players when taking the shortcuts. That's why I would recommend going into private lobbies and just practicing the maps over and over and over. I know it's not the exact same as if it was in ranked where there's people, but it's still good to actually get the maps in your head. As you can see, we're holding this chain drift, and it's just a massive boost. It's going to help you guys so much, and it's really easy to do. All you got to do is like drift to the one side and then press the button again and drift to the other side. It's so simple, man. Get you so much speed and can win you many races. See, go through here. That jumped a bit too high, never mind, and jump down. Alright, just like so. Hop up here. Somehow made it through. I don't exactly know how. Go over here. Never mind. Damn, that's quite unfortunate, eh? I won't lie. Dying in this map by this section is crucial. You get put back so badly. It's not even a joke. It's actually unreal. And as you can see, we got the two drifts that we saved over the round, and now we can use them. Alright, on to the final tip of this video. Let's get into it. I know I said this was the final tip, but this is kind of two tips. The first tip is always practice the beginning boost. As you can see, I only got 12%. But yeah, practice that as much as you can. I have realized actually that in in private lobbies it is actually harder, in my opinion, because I don't seem to get that much percentage when I get the boost off. It's actually quite hard to get the boost off in private lobbies compared to public games. But yeah, every match you want to practice and you want to get that 100% to get a massive lead above everyone. That will be very crucial for the beginning. It can give you a massive head start against players. It might even help in the long run. Like, those extra milliseconds really count. Like, the amount of times I've lost to someone due to a couple milliseconds because we've got 30% and they probably got like 100 is crazy. So you always want to practice that. Alright, on to basically the final tip now is you always want to be aiming for speed pads. You never want to look at a speed pad and say, I'ma just leave it there. You always want to aim and hit them. They are so useful, I'm not even gonna lie. Especially in this map, Dust Up 2. They are so crucial in this map. You're gonna basically want to hit all of them. It's not even a joke. They're gonna help you so much when it comes to actually gaining speed and that. So yeah, whenever you see a speed pad, as you can see, I'm in a private lobby right now. You want to go in a private lobby and you just want to go ahead and practice. I don't know what's happening here. Practice. As you can see, we are actually doing pretty decent, I won't lie. Although I have had way cleaner runs, like 10 times cleaner. But the point I'm making is just go for those speed pads, man. They're gonna give you such a good boost. If you can combine that with, missed it there again. I don't know what's happening now. If you can combine hitting the speed pads with a turbo and a slipstream, you guys are getting very far. I'm telling you, like, that is just like the ultimate boost you could get. And referring to the beginning of this video, as you can see, we got all 3 turbos. We saved them all up throughout the whole race here, and we are ready to use all and complete the race. And that is pretty much it for rocket racing tips. If you want to see more, let me know down in the comments. Yeah, have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.